Hello, I'm Jonathan Khamis with the Orange County Register. This is OCVarsity Recruiting. I'm being joined by our preps writer, Dan Albano. Dan, we're talking today about quarterbacks here in the summer. It's June. We're already talking football. Sorry, guys, but it's kind of a year-round thing now. Dan, on this edition, we are talking quarterbacks, and you have to start with the kid out of San Clemente, Jack Sears.
Yeah, great place to start. It's a really good recruiting class as far as quarterbacks are concerned. Again, in Orange County, which is traditionally been a hotbed. But you got to start with Jack Sears. Mainly because he just recently got selected to the Elite 11 finals of the Elite 11, which is going to be early July in Beaverton, Oregon, and that's where the top 11 or so quarterbacks, senior quarterbacks are all up there, and that's where the best of the biggest, brightest blue chip recruits are up there. He's a 6'3", 200-pound senior to be. He's got offers from USC, UCLA. He's got about 25 offers, but USC, UCLA are definitely contenders. Tennessee, Duke, and then also Utah. And Jonathan, he kind of continue the tradition of San Clemente quarterbacks, guys like Sam Darnold now at USC, Travis Wilson, who went to Utah. As we saw last year, passed for 2,697 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Also ran for almost 900 yards and 9 TDs.
He got the Tritons to the championship game there in the Southwest. Now, I know you mentioned a number of schools, and some of these schools, a couple of these kids are going to be on, including JT Daniels, the sophomore quarterback at Mater Dei.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's just a sophomore. He showed so much poise and so much potential as a great freshman, where he was challenging for all county spots. With Mater Dei, and he's got a lot of talent to work with, a lot of skills. But JT brings it as well. He recently offered by USC. Notre Dame has offered him, as well as UCLA, Cal, BYU, Arizona State. He's got about 8 offers, as only has not even played his sophomore year, Jonathan. So very talented. He threw for over 3,000 yards last year, 33 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. So JT is definitely one to watch, and he's rising quickly, Jonathan.
The Monarchs, watch out for them next year. They're not only good at the quarterback position, they don't have many holes, Dan. All right, finally, we have another quarterback to talk about, and this one is from Corona Del Mar, Mr. Garbers.
Chase Garbers, he went very far in the Elite 11 competition as well, got to about the semifinals, and he was pushing hard to make it and join Jack Sears. But Chase is a senior to be at Corona Del Mar, 6'3", 205. He's got an offer from Cal. He's got about 16 offers. Cal is one of the ones that I would keep an eye on. Last year threw for 2,715 yards, 33 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. He also ran for about 500 yards. So one of the common things we go over these stats, Jonathan, is these guys are very accurate passers. All these guys barely got any interceptions last year, and I think that had a lot to do with the momentum they built for this spring and going into the summer.
That's why they get the offers. But before we go, you mentioned a number of recruits, if you will, that have received a number of offers and actually have committed over the past couple months here.
Yeah, recently, just within a few days of this taping, Nick Sipe at Villa Park, senior to be 6'4", 200 pounds. He's grown now. He's a big boy. He's committed to Purdue, so you got to watch out for Nick Sipe and Villa Park. Tyler Lytle's another kid I like a lot at Servite. He's got a lot of offers. He's got about 15 offers. He recently got offered by Harvard and Indiana, Vanderbilt and Colorado, but he's got a lot. Tyler slowed a little bit last year by injury, but I'm looking for a strong season for him. Other guys, like I said, it's a deep Orange County class. Richard Wagner at Santa Margarita, I think, is going to be excellent. Matt McDonald, former Mater Dei quarterback, now he's playing with a lot of talent, and he was a talented player at Mater Dei. Now he's at Mission Viejo. They're going to be good. And then another guy that I don't think a lot of people know yet in Orange County because he's a transfer, but J.D. Rafkin is the transfer quarterback from Lakewood to Buena Park. Buena Park's another team with a lot of athletes, a lot of receivers. They have a couple 2 receivers, Johnson and Hawkins, that have already committed to Cal. So there's a lot of other players on that team, and they're having an excellent spring on Buena Park. So I'm thinking J.D. Rafkin is going to have a big year.
There you go. the news right from Dan Albano. But we're just talking quarterbacks. We'll be back with more shows throughout the upcoming months where we'll talk about some other positions, including running backs and wide receivers, et cetera, et cetera. Well, thanks to Dan Albano, I am Jonathan Khamis, and for all your latest high school preps information, check out OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.